Hey, what's going on folks, Sean Arnold here and welcome to my new week themed deck. For this week I'm going to be working on the Harpie Ladies. After doing the Amazonist last week, had a whole lot of fun doing that, but from opening so many packs to get Amazonist cards, I just had a lot of Harpie cards and I thought, you know what, naturally may as well try to do this next and revisit this archetype. Speaking of which, I find it, Harpie Lady is an archetype which I find kind of special and kind of unique in that it's one of the archetypes from the old series, from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, which still gets a lot of new support over time and a lot of love from Konami, I think. And it's kind of strange considering who the character is. Mai Valentine was not a main character, well, she was a main character, but she was a bit more of a side character in Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of people love Mai because she was a strong female type, but she's not like Yugi or Kaiba. Now Yugi and Kaiba, their cards kind of get some support here, but you know, you had other characters like Joey and he doesn't get nowhere near as good support as the Harpies do. So I always find it interesting to see what's new with the Harpies every now and then. For new people, and this is mainly, there are quite a few new people that come to the channel and want to ask questions, just to talk about the way Harpies work. As you know, when you're playing this game, you can only have 3 copies of the same card in a deck. In fact, let me just quickly search out Harpies. Now, I'm going to take off that. Yep, there we go. Okay, so originally, this is the original Harpie Lady. Now, you can only have 3 copies of the same card in your deck, which presents a problem for this archetype, in that a lot of their main cards, like Elegant Egotist, work only with this card, Harpie Lady. For example, Elegant Egotist says, if Harpie Lady is on the field, special summon 1 Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady assistance from your hand or deck. So, the way Konami have gotten around this to make the deck a bit more viable, so that you're not limited to just this boring card here, is that they've given other cards which have different names a special effect. Harpie Lady 1 says, this card's name is always treated as Harpie Lady, so if it's in your deck, your hand, no matter where it is, that is Harpie Lady. Same with Cyber Harpie Lady. So you can have up to 3 Cyber Harpie Ladies or Harpie Lady 1s or Harpie Lady 2. I don't have Harpie Lady 3, I haven't got any of those yet, but I don't really need her. Harpie Lady 1's really the only one I needed. And so these are my 3 hyper Harpie Ladies. The other cards like Harpie Chandler or Harpie Dancer or Harpie Queen have it as an effect, but only for part of the depending on where they are. And normally that is if they're on the field or in the graveyard, they are considered to be Harpie Lady, and that allows me to have more Harpie Ladies quote unquote in my deck. So the main 3 Harpie Ladies are 1, Cyber and Cyber, but these ones will also trigger the Harpie Ladies events. So I just wanted to explain that for any new players who are maybe interested in making their own Harpie Lady deck, and just say how that works. Now the main cards for Harpie Ladies, well, fortunately they have a lot of great cards. In terms of the monsters, Harpie Dancer is really great. Let me come back to Harpie Dancer actually. Let me talk about the other cards first. First we've got Elegant Egotist, a really great +1 card. Well, 1 for 1 really. You play this card and you get to special summon another Harpie Lady from your deck. So hopefully I may like to make a play like I put down Harpie Chandler and then I play Elegant Egotist and I get Harpie Lady from my deck. Then you've got Harpie's Hunting Ground. Harpie's Hunting Ground is a really great card. The best Harpie Lady card is Harpie's Feather Duster, but that card got banned ages ago because it's just really powerful. It's basically Raigeki for spells and traps, and I don't know if they're ever going to unban it because any deck can run Harpie's Feather Duster. This kind of works as a mini Harpie's Feather Duster, but the way it works is that every time a Harpie Lady is summoned, you get to destroy 1 spell or trap for free, and it's really useful. It's a bit of a double-edged sword because if you use it too much you can end up destroying your own spell and trap cards, but it can be really great at controlling your opponent's back row. Harpie Dancer works really well with Harpie's Hunting Ground because her effect allows you to return 1 wind monster you control to your hand, and then you get a free extra normal summon, so you can maybe summon her, trigger Harpie's Hunting Ground, destroy 1 spell or trap, take her back to your hand, summon her again, and then you've destroyed 2 spell or trap cards. Really useful for working together in that. And also this card is searchable by Harpie Queen. Harpie Queen is the strongest Harpie with the most natural attack, and but you can discard her to the graveyard to add 1 Harpie's Hunting Ground from your deck to your hand. So really great synergy between these cards here. Their other key card, or another one of their key cards, is Hysteric Sign. Hysteric Sign is a continuous spell card. You put it on the field and it says that you can add one Elegant Egotist from your deck to your hand, so it searches out this special summoning card. Really great effect for that. But the better part of this effect is that during the end phase, when this card is sent to the graveyard and sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, that's very important, you get to add up to 3 Harpie cards with different names from your deck. So I could discard this card. I could say use Harpie Chandler's effect, discard Hysteric Sign, and then I could add maybe one of these, and one of these to my hand during the end phase. It's really great at getting extra advantage for the Harpies. Or maybe my opponent might accidentally destroy it. I could put it face down and my opponent decides to destroy it with Mystical Space Typhoon, or even I could destroy it with Mystical Space Typhoon or Harpie's Hunting Ground, and I would still get to add 3 Harpie cards to my hand from my deck. So it's really great card. The last main card which I'm going to talk about here is Hysteric Party. Hysteric Party is an amazing card. It's basically like Soul Charge but for Harpies only. You get to discard one card, any card, preferably Hysteric Sign, and when you do so you get to special summon as many copies of Harpie Lady from your graveyard, and pretty much all of these cards are applicable to that, except for Sephiroth here. I'll talk about him in a minute. This card is really great, especially now that we have XC summons, because you can then XC summon your Harpie Ladies into that, because they do get the if Hysteric Party is destroyed, they will be removed from the field, but by XC summoning them into something stronger like Castell or Lightning Chidori, then it's not really a problem. So Hysteric Party is really great. Even if it's just one card you're going to get back. The other cards which I'm going to use in this deck are, let's talk about Sephiroth. Sephiroth the Elite is really great because he gets to bounce back any card which is face up on my field to my hand, and then he gets a special summon which allows me to then maybe put him into an XC summon. So Fiendish Chain works really well with him, Hysteric Party works really well with him, Hysteric Sign, Harpie's Hunting Ground. There's a lot of cards in this deck which remain face up on the field even after they've worn out their use, so Sephiroth works really well for that. And then the other cards I feel like are pretty standard, but let me talk about 2 more. We've got Anti-Spell Fragrance. Anti-Spell Fragrance is a unique spell. It's a very old one, not unique spell, so it's a trap. A unique trap which stops spell cards. It's a very old card, and what it simply does, it says that both players must set spell cards before activating them and cannot activate them until the next turn. So ideally I want to get this card out as early as possible, that way I can force my opponent to set their spell and spell cards down so that they can use them, and then before they get to use them, destroy them with Harpie's Hunting Ground or Mystical Space Typhoon. It works really well at slowing down some of the bigger decks in the game. And then last but not least, we have Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is a great card. It's a 2-for-2 card. You get to tribute 1 winged beast type monster, then target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. And that's really the quick rundown of this deck. If anyone has any suggestions on how I could improve it, that would be great. And I'm really hoping that Konami releases Harpie Harpies, because that would help this deck so much. Anyway, let's get to a duel and see if I can get a win. Okay, so we're playing against Den-K. Apologies just for Den-K's mic. He's using his mic cord, or I don't think he's talking. He's going to choose to go first. And let's see what he's got. He's got a 40 card deck. He has no extra decks, so he could be playing maybe one of 2 things. I feel he could be playing Monarchs, because Monarchs don't. I don't know if Monarchs got the new support. Monarchs have a great set of new support cards. I don't know whether they were included in the DLC that recently came out, but what their cards do is that they benefit from not having an extra deck, and also Clifford's or Pendulum Monsters. But it doesn't seem to be that way. He says he's got Blue Dragon Summoner. Never really seen this card before. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Dragon, Warrior or Spellcaster type normal monster from your deck to your hand. That's a cool effect. Alright, now please bear with me on this. I am new to playing this deck, so I may make some mistakes, but I'm going to try to do the best I can. So what I'm going to do... Okay, I got a feeling that Den-K is kind of new. There was no reason for him to activate Rush Recklessy just then, but thank you for showing me what your card is. I don't have to play Harpie's Hunting Ground now. I'm going to play Hysteric Sign first. Or I might just play one Harpie's Hunting Ground to destroy his Hysteric Sign. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to summon, nope, I'm going to summon Harpie Lady. Someone asked me why do I keep the notifications on. It's just because I'm not used to the pro mode yet. I've been missing timings, and I hate that. I absolutely hate when I miss my timings. So I would rather go through all the timings than miss one. What I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to destroy Hysteric Sign. So let me put Harpie's Hunting Ground down. No. And let's play one more Elegant Egotist. And now by summoning Cyber Harpie Lady, I am now going to destroy Hysteric Sign thanks to Harpie's Hunting Ground. And then that will get me that effect in the end phase. Now that effect activates when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, so I don't want to promote his deck. I'm going to shut that down. So let me special summon and let me get out, is it Lightning Chidori? Yeah, I can do Lightning Chidori. Let's use you and you. Lightning Chidori is a great XE monster, I feel. It has some really good effects. The one which I'm going to use here. The one which I'm going to use... Nope, stop doing that please. There we go. The one which I'm going to use here is I'm going to get rid of one XE monster. Or XE material. And I get to put that back on top of his deck. And now we attack. This is another reason why I really want Harpie's Harpist, because Harpie's Harpist effect, I can't completely remember what the effect does. I think it's like Sangan, but for Harpies. But it also activates when you use her as an XE material. So it's got great synergy with a modern Harpie deck. Alright, in my turn. What happened to Hysteric Sign? Let me see. I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to all of this, so I'm trying to work it out still. Oh, and he disconnected. Right, well, I guess that will do for today. I'll record some more videos and put them up for tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a match with someone doesn't quit. But let me just work out what Hysteric Sign says. Why did that not trigger? During the end phase of the turn, this card was sent from the field to the hand to the graveyard. Add up to 3 Harpie. Oh, I see. I missed that bit at the bottom. You can only activate one Hysteric Sign effect per turn, and only once that turn. So if I use the first effect to get Elegant Egotist, I can't activate the second effect. Alright, I gotta keep that in mind. But guys, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for supporting the channel and checking out my little Yu-Gi-Oh videos and asking questions and whatnot. If you guys have any questions, just leave me comments and I will try to respond to them as quickly as I can and give you guys some feedback. And if you guys want to play me on PSN, just add me. I've been playing a ton of people, and even if you're new and you want some help with your deck, go ahead man, and I'll just try to help you out. This game can be kind of complicated, so I don't mind helping people out with this game. So thank you for watching as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.